Hello and welcome to LANKAPUVATH Web News. It's good to have you with us. I'm Sonali Pereira. Taking a look at the headlines for today, Sri Lanka's APRC proposals on power devolution is to be released. Sarath Amunugama will lead Lankan delegation to SAARC Finance Ministers meeting in Bali, and pro-LTT group attacks Indian Army convoy. Well, moving on to the news in detail now. The report of the All-Party Representative Committee, or APRC, will be released to all political parties soon. Spokesman for the APRC said that they met last week and discussed the proposal of a constitutional court. He said that the report will be finalized during the coming weeks before it is released. Well, the APRC report is a substantial document which recommends the full implementation of the 13th Amendment plus certain additional power devolution, the spokesman said. And the APRC was mandated by President Mahinda Rajapaksa to prepare a set of proposals that would be the basis for a solution to the national question. During the last 2 years, 120 APRC sessions chaired by the Science and Technology Minister, Professor Tissa Vitarana, were held. The spokesman added that some non-participating political parties were also waiting to study the APRC proposals. Sri Lanka's main opposition, United National Party, Marxist Janata Vimukti Peramuna, and the Tamil National Alliance refrained from participating at the APRC sessions. Minister of Public Administration and Home Affairs and Deputy Finance Minister Dr. Sarath Amunugama, representing President Mahinda Rajapaksa, will chair the SAARC Finance Ministers meeting in Bali, Indonesia on Wednesday, the 6th of May. This meeting will be held on the sidelines of the Asian Development Bank's annual general meeting hosted by the Government of Indonesia. Following last week's meeting with the World Bank and IMF in Washington, the ADB will focus on implications of global recession to Asian countries. The ADB has created a special fund to support infrastructure development in the region, and Sri Lanka is a recipient of considerable funding from the ADB, particularly for the development of the Colombo South Port as well as investment for road infrastructure. ADB will also provide funds for the development of the power sector in the country. Also in LANKAPUVATH Web News, the Foreign Affairs Ministry announced that the government of Sri Lanka has decided to get additional security to their embassies and high commissions in foreign countries where pro-LTTE activities are high. The ministry further added that they expect to discuss this issue with the respective countries within the next few weeks. Pro-LTT Tamil protesters had attacked Sri Lankan embassies in Oslo, London and Berlin. The foreign ministry confirmed that following the terror attack at the Sri Lankan mission in Oslo, Norway, security of Sri Lankan embassies in several countries such as Oslo, London, Paris and Berlin have already been tightened. The Sri Lankan government has instructed staff members in those countries to curtail unnecessary visitors as a precautionary measure. Also in local news, police yesterday removed 107 unauthorized commercial structures close to the central bus stand in Petta due to security concerns. According to police sources, no incident was reported in the area when the officials were engaged in removing these unauthorized constructions. Meanwhile, sources from the Colombo municipality said that the removal of unauthorized constructions had been carried out without their knowledge and refused to make any comment. Also in the news, Prasanna Ranatunga was sworn in today as Chief Minister before President Mahinda Rajapaksa at Temple Trees, together with 4 ministers and other MPs of the ruling party who were newly elected for the Western Provincial Council. And in news overseas, a convoy of army trucks was attacked near the Nilambur bypass road in India on Saturday by Tamil chauvinists belonging to the Periya Dravida Kazhagam, or PDK, who claimed that the vehicles were transporting weapons for the Sri Lankan army for use in the war against the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam. Over 100 activists armed with stones and logs blocked the convoy, which was ferrying army personnel who had completed field training in Secunderabad to the Madhukkarai regiment in Coimbatore district. The windscreens of some vehicles were smashed and many tires deflated. The PDK is a breakaway fringe group of the Dravida Kazhagam And in Salem, another group of PDK activists stopped a convoy and entered into a wordy duel with army personnel, accusing them of assisting the Sri Lankan army in its war against the LTTE. The PDK members were accompanied by members of the Tamil Desiya Iyakkam and the Tamizaka Ilaigna Ilakkam, both fringe groups wedded to Tamil nationalism. Army officers, however, explained that they were returning to their unit after completing training. Well, only after police intervention was the convoy allowed to move again. Well, with that, we wind up Lankapuvath Web News for today. Thank you for being with us. Do join us again tomorrow for more news.